Pinabulaanan ni dating presidential spokesperson Harry Roque na inaresto siya sa the Netherlands. Ayon kay Roque, nakatakda na sana siyang lumipad papuntang Austria. Pero hindi raw siya natuloy dahil sa kanyang kalusugan. Kamakailan daw kasi ay sumailalim siya sa major surgery na sinundan ng minor surgery. Binigyan daw siya ng mga doktor niya ng medical certificate na unfit to fly, bagaman nag-issue ng fit to fly ang immigration ng the Netherlands. Tinanong daw siya kung gusto pa niyang lumipad, pero sinunod lang niya ang dalawang medical certificate ng mga doktor. Paliwanag ni Roque, kailangan niyang bumalik sa Austria dahil sa ilalim ng Dublin Rules, ang bansang nag-issue sa kanya ng visa ang siyang dapat magbigay ng proteksyon o asylum sa kanya.
Kaugnay ng balitang yan, makakausap natin si Attorney Ralph Sarmiento, isang international lawyer. Magandang gabi po, Attorney Sarmiento, and welcome sa Arangkada Balita.
Yes, magandang gabi, Ninya.
Sinasabi po ni Harry Roque or ni Attorney Harry Roque na hindi siya inaresto sa the Netherlands. Gaano po kabigat ba ang pag-present niya ng medical certificate bilang dahilan ng hindi niya paglipad papuntang Austria?
Actually, let me just clarify, no? Kasi the way I understand the facts of what has happened in the last couple of days, yung bumili ng ticket niya to Vienna, Austria, was actually the Dutch government. So it was actually the Dutch government which was trying to send him to Vienna under the Dublin III regulations. And then apparently he was saying that he was not fit to travel kasi as you have mentioned, he has just undergone some medical procedure. And then but ultimately yun nangyari doon, he was offloaded on the plane upon verification na yung kinonfirm sa kanya if he wanted to travel, and then sabi niya he didn't want to travel. Parang ganun yung nangyari based on the accounts na examine ko rin.
Okay, so hindi pala siya ang bumili ng ticket niya. O medyo confusing po kasi lumalabas sa balita, kesyo he was arrested, ganito ganyan. So ang nangyari, kumbaga parang hindi naman sa tinatapon, pero parang ganun, ano? Attorney, nilalagay siya dun sa ibang bansa. Uy, diyan ka na sa Austria, wag ka dito. Pero ang nangyari, sinabi niya, hindi ako pwede mag-travel kasi nga, kaka-opera ko lang eh.
Correct.
Oo.
At sa post niya, sinabi niya, Ms. Nenya, na hindi siya inaresto, sadya lang siyang sumunod sa mga otoridad.
Ano po sa tingin niyo po itong nangyari? Opo.
Well, exactly ganun po, no? Because this is now under the Dublin III regulations. So in Dublin III regulations, yung original Dublin regulations took effect in 1997. Yung Dublin III, I think 2012 yung effectivity ng third iteration of the Dublin regulations. Now under the Dublin regulations, yung concept kasi nito, it prevents yung tinatawag natin na asylum shopping. So sa European Union, hindi ka pwede mag-asylum shopping kasi ang daming members ng European Union, di ba? Maraming bansa na members ng European Union. Now kung mag-apply ka ng asylum in one state and then once naka-decide na yung state na yon, hindi ka na pwede mag-apply in another state. Now, yung purpose naman ng Dublin regulation para orderly lahat ng mga yung asylum process within the entire European Union, they agreed on certain rules to determine kung anong bansa yung magpa-process ng asylum application ng isang asylum seeker. So ganito yung nangyari sa case ni Attorney Harry Roque. So I think his point of entry was in the Netherlands, pero yung kanyang visa, yung Schengen visa niya was issued by Vienna, by Austria. So under the Dublin III regulations, may provision po tayo doon na under the rules, yung the state which issued the Schengen visa to the asylum seeker should be given the priority to process the application for asylum.
Pero Attorney Ralph, pwede ba itong, sa tingin nyo, pwede ba itong gamitin para i-delay o tatagal pa ang proseso ng pagbabalik sa kanya sa bansa?
Depende naman po yun kasi ang daming mga factors that are at play in this particular case. Aside from the fact na may pending application for asylum, which I understand may now be transferred to the jurisdiction of the Austrian government, Pero at play dito is the fact na may cancellation na ng passport niya as ordered by the court, and then it was immediately implemented by the Department of Foreign Affairs. So effectively, what we understand is that canceled na yung kanyang passport, and then as soon as makancel yung passport, normally the Department of Foreign Affairs would also inform yung mga border controls in other states, no? Like in this case the European Union, yung Schengen na mga states, no? So they will be informed na wala ng valid passport, wala ng valid Philippine passport itong subject na to. And then if ever he will come across a border wherein he will be required to to present valid identification papers, and usually passport yung hinahanap doon, and a valid visa kung your first entry to the Schengen states. So technically wala na sa mapapakitang valid travel document, wala na sa passport. And then yung mangyayari doon, he will now be considered as an undocumented alien.
But he tried to apply for asylum, no? So while this is happening, let's say kinansela nga ng DFA ang kanyang passport. Kasi ngayon sinasabi ni Attorney Roque na hindi pa raw ito final, yung cancellation. Although sinasabi nyo nga, let's say, for the sake of argument, na-cancel na nga ang passport niya, and then he tried to apply for asylum. Paano po yan? Pwede pa rin ba na mabigyan siya ng asylum kahit na kanselado na ang kanyang pasaporte?
Opo, wala pong hindi po material yung existence ng passport, yung holding of a valid passport sa yung application for asylum. Kasi po, for example, you are trying to escape from war or from persecution, and then wala kang dalang passport, so wala kang dalang travel documents, you can actually go to a country and then apply for asylum. So if they determine na may fear, may may substantial basis or valid ground na may fear of persecution, may possibility that you might be subjected to torture, degrading or inhuman treatment in your country of origin. So normally, they may give you protection kahit na wala kang passport. So yung passport naman doon, yung passport kasi needed yon for travel. So we must also understand that within the European Union, or technically within yung tinatawag natin na Schengen area, yung mga member states ng Schengen Agreement or Schengen Treaty, walang border controls between them. Pero kaya lang yung nangyayari doon, normally if you will yung mode of transportation mo from one Schengen state to another Schengen state is by way of air travel. So normally hanapan ka ng passport as a travel document.
Opo.
So doon malalaman na undocumented ka na kasi wala ka ng passport, and then you will be subjected to siyempre inspection. So siyempre they will determine bakit ka nagta-travel na wala kang valid travel documents, and then you will be referred sa authority nila.
Ito na po parang pinagpapasapasahan ngayon si Attorney Harry Roque. Hindi po ba parang ganun? Kasi kung tutuusin, di ba dapat gusto ni Harry Roque na pupunta na ako dyan sa Austria kasi sila yung magbibigay sa akin ng asylum. Kasi sila yung nagbigay ng Schengen visa ko eh. Pero lumalabas, binalik siya. Sinabi niya, may sakit siya, ayaw rin niyang umalis daw ng the Netherlands. So parang parang tumatagal tuloy.
Tumatagal yung pagbabalik sa kanya.
Yung pagbabalik po, sa kanya, kay Attorney Harry Roque. Parang something is amiss.
So apparently may dalawang doctors na nag-certify na hindi sa fit for travel, pero yung I think yung immigration officials in the Netherlands nag-certify naman na fit siya for travel. Pero ultimately, I think yung pilot yung nag-decide, yung captain ng flight, no?
Na hindi
so,
naman doktor, Pero ayaw naman natin may mangyari kay Attorney Harry habang ikaw yung pilot siguro, Pero parang ganun nga, pinagpapasapasahan siya. Hindi natin alam kung saan siya pupulutin ngayon, Siguro, ano bang advice nyo kay bilang international lawyer kay Attorney Harry Roque ngayon? No place to hide,
Technically, hindi po ako pwede magbigay ng advice online, and especially much less against kay Attorney Harry Roque, who is also a recognized expert in international law. Kuliko din po siya, and of course, we assume na talagang master niya rin yan, yung international law.
But thank you so much for making it clear for all of us. Maraming salamat, Attorney Ralph Sarmiento po, sa inyong oras.
Maraming salamat po.